Right guys, today I wanted to make a video about a up and coming young talent in the Premier League actually this time, and that is Boubakary Soumare for Leicester. Now, since joining Leicester in 2021, he hasn't had the greatest start to his Premier League career or Leicester career. He hasn't been a nailed on starter, and I partly believe this is down to the fact that Leicester as a team have slightly declined since he's joined the club, and also I feel as though he's slightly out of position because in the way that Leicester play, they tend to play with one holding midfielder, and that has been Soumare or Ndidi, largely Soumare this season, or for the past month or two anyway. And don't get me wrong, he's put in some good performances as Leicester have managed to turn their early season woes around. They've got into some good form recently, and Soumare has played very well. But I want to talk about why I think he will become I don't want to say world beater, but a really good player, like a household name that I think he is yet to become, really. Like when he was playing for Lille, he was arguably the best defensive midfielder in the league at the time he left the club. He played in a two-man midfield at Lille the season they won the league, and it worked very well for him because when he's got a defensive midfielder alongside him, what that allows him to do is it allows him to make the best of what his abilities actually are. He isn't really just a holding midfielder like a Fabinho or a Casemiro who sit in front of the defence and break up opposition attacks. There's a bit more style to his game, where he is very good at intercepting the ball, winning the ball, but also he's very good at running forward with the ball, and a little bit more like a Declan Rice in that way, in terms of how he plays in midfield. And he's very silky on the ball, very good at getting past opposing central midfielders, and yeah, can use like a variety of skills to do so. And yeah, he hasn't really had a chance to show this yet at Leicester because of their not so great form for probably the past year now. Last season they weren't great either after a couple of really good seasons under Brendan Rodgers. And I just want to clear up, their decline has had nothing to do with Soumare joining the club. It's been a lot of defensive problems, as well as the fact that their star man up front, Jamie Vardy, is coming to the end of his career now, and it has taken Patson Daka time to settle in as well. So yeah, Leicester are currently going through a rebuilding period, and Soumare is definitely going to be a key part of that. And also, I think they will have to sign a central midfielder or a defensive midfielder to partner him in the upcoming couple of transfer windows, because it is likely that Yuri Tielemans is going to leave the club, and that they're going to need some more reinforcements if they want to remain, a way above the relegation zone inside the Premier League. They want to be pushing for Europe, really, Leicester do. Soumare, though, back to him, because that's what this video is about. He made a lot of appearances in the French youth teams and is yet to actually be called up to the national team. I wouldn't put it past him in the future. It is very hard to get into the French national team with the amount of depth and quality they have in midfield. They've already lost two of their biggest name players, N'Golo Kante and Paul Pogba, to injury, so they're out of the World Cup. But if you look at their replacements, they've got Edouard Camavinga, they've got Aurélien Tchouameni, Adrien Rabiot. The list just goes on forever and ever. They've got so many brilliant young and seasoned central midfielders who can fill in that role in front of the defence. So it will be very hard for him to get into the French national team. But if he can reproduce the form that he showed when he was playing for Lille, especially the season they won the league, he could be snapped up by an even bigger club than Leicester. It's just he needs to, I think, adapt a little bit more to the role he's playing, as well as also maybe finding a way within his role that he can use to his strengths, if that makes sense. But I think he'll be a very good player.